get you the particulars on who the homecoming king and queen are here tonight at Highlands. The Rams trailing this one at halftime, 14-7 to Indiana. Our halftime stats and homecoming festivities brought to you by Mason Elite. Being elite starts at any age. We train our players to be the best basketball players on the court and the best versions of themselves off the court. We will get to homecoming first, and we have everybody lined up and out there right now, and pretty soon Mr. Heasley's going to let us know who the winners are, and we will give that to you. The reporter in me has to tell you that Luke Bumbalski's in the court. He limped out there pretty badly. It doesn't look good. So we'll see how that goes in the second half, but I don't see him going back out there. All right, so now we're going to get the info here. The band is readying themselves. Mr. Heasley's readying himself. And here we go. Our homecoming king is Jordan Tavares. Jordan Tavares. How about that? WPIL rules mandate that he's going to have to turn in the crown and go back to a helmet to play the second half, but he can hang on to that crown for a few minutes. Now the big news. One more time. Bill's really going for the drama here. Suspense. Jocelyn Belak is the winner. So Jordan Tavares and Jocelyn Belak. I don't know. I see two basketball players. What do I know? So there they go. Jordan Tavares and Jocelyn Belak are your winners here tonight for homecoming. And they, of course, will make their way around the field. We'll follow them around while we give you the stats here in the first half, brought to you by Mason Elite. First downs, Highlands had 9, Indiana 8. Rushing, Highlands out-rushed Indiana 111-33, but Indiana held the edge on the passing side of the ledger, 127-35. Total yards in the first half, Highlands 146, Indiana led it with 160. Neither team did well on third down, but that wasn't the story. Indiana was 1 for 5, Highlands was 1 for 4, but Indiana was 3 for 3 on fourth down, and Highlands 1 for 1 on fourth down. Highlands penalized 4 times for 35 yards, Indiana 4 for 30. Time of possession pretty even, Indiana 12:55, Highlands 11:05. We'll give you some individual numbers here when we have a minute. Trevor Smith for Indiana, 11 for 14 passing, 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. As you see the parade of the homecoming court here, going to say goodbye to the fans here at Highlands. Nice job by all of them. Congratulations, Josie Belak and Jordan Tavares. Great job by them. Minaj Lucas 3 for 6 through the air, 35 yards. Luke Bumbalski, the leading rusher, 11 carries, 66 yards. But judging by the way he came out for homecoming, I think we may have seen the last of him. Minaj Lucas, 8 carries, 43 yards. For Indiana, Levi Porter, 25 yards on 6 carries. And that was the extent of the rushing in that first half. Minaj Lucas, a 6-yard run. Jackson Babatana kicked 7-0 Highlands. But then Costantino completed a fourth down play with 34 seconds left, 19 yards from Smith. Redinger the kick 7-7. And then Levi Porter, a 24-yard pass on a middle screen from Smith. Kick was good, 14-7 Indiana. Halftime stats have been brought to you by Mason Elite. For the best basketball training in Pittsburgh, visit MasonElite.com. Second half coming up. It's Highlands in Indiana. We'll take a break and be back right after this. All right, we are back at Highlands with the Rams trailing at 14-7. And Highlands will get the ball to start the second half, and I believe it would behoove them if they could maybe get themselves in the end zone here to get this thing tied up as soon as possible. I'm sorry, Dean.
I'm bringing out the lucky green pen. I was
okay.
A mandatory reporter on the field for the pictures for
all right, Luke
homecoming. You'll see me if you look.
Luke Bumbalski has come jogging back out onto the field, and if he comes out and plays this second half, he is going to fool me because he was moving awful gingerly. Maybe he was just pacing himself for He just ran out. He just jogged out there, and he was. I think he may have been trying to set a trap. I don't know. That and a green pen, I think we might have a shot.
I think so too, Mike, and the fact that should motivate the guys that they're
motivates
senior
me.
leader, yeah.
I was a little concerned. Jordan Tavares on cloud 9 right now, being the homecoming king. So,
but he has a helmet on.
He does. That's very important. We know the rules. So Redinger kicks off.
He's impressive.
He does. And now Miller takes it and gives it to Saunders. And Saunders to the near side of the field. Flag comes in
way back.
from 50 miles away.
There's two, Mike.
Yeah.
Saunders didn't think he was down.
We'll sort that out. So you see the officiating crew deciding what the penalties are going to be here.
And we said in pregame, Mike, how important special teams were.
Rams have taken some penalties on special teams tonight. Indiana took one also, if you remember. Both teams have had 12 guys. It's going to be a block in the back or holding or something, I'm afraid. Holding against Highlands. They nab Gangloff. And
back up the truck, Mike.
Be at the 16-yard line. 15 call it. And Bobalski's not out there. Cherry is the setback. 1st and 85, huh? And they give us to Cherry. Head down across the 15 to the 16-yard line. 58 for Indiana. Big Jonathan Wyant, the junior defensive end, in there to make the tackle.
Pickup of 1.
Second and 9. Lucas is going to sprint into the middle now and get up over the 15 to the 16-yard line. And ball is, I'm not going to call it just call him down at the 16, I guess. I thought it might have come loose for a second. And already 3rd and 9 for the Rams. Lucas, of course, 43 yards in the first half on the ground. Bombalski had 66, so the Rams did get up over 100. Had the rushing edge, but Indiana had the passing edge.
So impressive on that first drive, Mike, and not much sense.
And now Lucas is going to keep it. He's going to get first down yardage up over the 35 to 40. To the 40-yard line is where he's brought down. That was a heck of a play by Evan Brocious, the senior cornerback. There were 2 or 3 Rams there, and Brocious was able to locate Minaj and get him off his feet. But a long run. 25 yards to the 41-yard line.
78 yards now for Minaj on 10 carries.
1st and 10, give it a Cherry, breaks the tackle, comes to the near side of the field. He's got a burst!
He's gone, Mike.
30, Darius Cherry down the sideline for a Highlands touchdown! 59 yards!
How about that, Mike? That's the burst you wanted. You got it.
Darius Cherry with a 59-yard touchdown run. His first varsity touchdown is a big one, and the Rams are an extra point away from tying this ball game.
And Mike, that's the gear we knew he had. We haven't had a chance to see it yet, but he displayed it there. And that's such a key with Luke Bombalski not being able to go here to start the second half.
Babinsack perfect on the year and extra points. Kick is on the way, and it is good. And at 10:10 left of the third quarter, the Rams have struck on a long touchdown run, something that was missing a week ago. And the Rams have tied the game. It's Highlands 14 and Indiana 14.
Again, that big strike offense, Mike, so important. And the Golden Rams had it for 3 games. Didn't have it last week, but come out and put 7 on the board to tie it here as we have 10:10 to go here in the third quarter. Wireless Zone, the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America. Our stores offer competitive price on today's most popular smartphones, devices, and accessories with award-winning customer service. And now, blazing fast and reliable internet is available in your area with Verizon 5G Home. With a simple, no hassle, setup. You can install it, just plug it in, no wires, no mess, no annual contracts. Plans are available for as low as $35 a month. Act now to see if you qualify, and you may receive NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube absolutely free. Call 724-226-4590 today to see if you qualify, or visit your Wireless Zone headquarters in Toronto Heights, at the Walmart Plaza, or at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Boom, that was quick, Mike.
Sure was. It's a minute and 50 seconds, 4 plays, 85 yards. And the Rams have tied the game at 14.
Now, Mike, it'll be interesting to see if Luke comes out on defense.
Yeah, he's standing down there. We'll see. Helmet on. It's a squib kick. It's going to roll to...
They're down. They better get
down.
on it.
They do. They do get on it as Graham McFarland falls on the football at about the 27-yard line. So Indiana starts at 1st and 10. The Rams tie the game 14-all.
Good news,
and
Luke
is out there.
And we talked about before, is he more important on offense or defense? Well, that answer question.
I think Cherry might have, if you have somebody, and not a whole lot of people can do what Luke does on the defensive side. First down, Indiana on the 29.
Indiana did an excellent job in the first half of picking up blitzing.
Yes.
And also throwing screens behind those blitzes. They have to get that covered up here in the second half.
Trevor Smith had all kind of time, and he made good use of it. Fires it. Even Kalchuk wasn't tall enough to get that one. He needed Kareem for that one.
And again, Mike, halftime adjustments have to be made here. Haven't mentioned the coaching staff this year, Mike. Got a second. We're going to mention Elijah Jackson back for this year. Add on Damian Glass, Lou Thompson, Adam Lattis, Mark Zanowitz still running the defense. Bo Elliott out there, Josh Pettit, Nick Hilliard. Our coaching staff to go along with head coach Matt Ponoslawski.
2nd and 10, Indiana. They have it at their 29. We're tied at 14 now. And they give it to Porter on the jet sweep. Porter to the near side of the field, and he's chased down and brought down by Marquise Johnson. A little 6-on-6 crime.
And Mike, what's interesting here is Darius Cherry normally plays linebacker. He's not playing linebacker. They're basically putting him on offense and Luke on defense.
They're trying to spell each of them that way. It's a big 3rd and 9 now.
Also, I noticed Minaj Lucas is not in on defense. We got Boyd Brown out there.
Boyd played a lot last week, too. Bobalski's way back, too. He's almost back at a safety position in this
big 3rd down.
He's
looking for that screenplay, Mike.
He is.
He's looking.
Smith is back. Smith's going to throw the takeoff, and Kalchuk's down there, and he did everything he could to buy a flag, and he didn't get one.
Nice job by Boyd.
Good job by Boyd to get on him that time. Kalchuk he tried every trick in the book. He grabbed onto Boyd's belt, pushed himself off, tried to, and no call. 4th down. Good coverage.
Good defense by the Golden Rams. Start the second half. Now, Mike, let's get the ball and put it back in the end zone.
These tall tight end guys. I thought we saw enough of Brady O'Hara last week. That kid's something, huh?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Samaj Miller is back. He's standing at the 36-yard line to receive the Kalchuk punt. Good snap, but Kalchuk boots it. It's a line shot. It's going to go over Samaj's head.
He has time to pick it up.
He does if he wants to. He does at the 23-yard line. 30.
Makes one man miss.
35. Flags,
penalty marker late.
And the ball is loose. I think the Indians have it. They do at the 30-yard line.
That's a big play, Mike. Let's see what this penalty marker is about.
The recovery for Indiana was made by Trevin Joseph, a sophomore, number 10. The penalty is almost assuredly on Highlands, and that's just going to be a killer. Just a killer.
Special teams.
Now, if he wouldn't have picked it up, that would have never happened, too. He made some yards, though.
Personal foul, blindside block, receiving team number 57. That penalty declined. First down, Indiana.
Blindside block has declined. Indiana football, first turnover of the game. And a big one, and now Indiana. Now, possession did change that time, unlike the one we had earlier this year. Highlands had it. So Indiana's got it at the Highlands 30. They get a 40-yard break on that.
And after the defense did such a nice job, Mike, 3 and out. Well,
and now you're going to have to ask them to do it again.
And Mike, special teams. Indiana's won that battle here tonight so far.
And who's your punt returner? Aaron Randolph. First down at the 30. Smith is back all day. Now he doesn't. Flag down. We got a hold. Smith to the near side of the field. and he's dropped at the 23-yard line, but there's going to be a holding penalty against Indiana here.
And Mike, you're right. Luke is almost playing like a safety position back there.
Now, this is the new rule, I believe, to take us from the line of scrimmage.
Correct.
It is.
Yep. Top 5 and 4A, still no changes, Mike, as we enter week 5. Aliquippa 1, Thomas Jefferson 2, McKeesport 3, Central Valley 4. Armstrong comes in at number 5. TJ has a big game tonight against Bell Vernon.
That's always a big one.
Yep.
1st and 20 now at the 40-yard line. 8:34 left, third quarter. We're tied at 14. Porter motions out of the formation. And they give us to Constantino this time, and that's Smithstrick again, who's had a pretty big game on the defensive line in the stead of Brennan Hayes tonight. Gets him off his feet.
Markey and Gangloff also on that stop.
It's a 2-yard gain to the 38-yard line, 2nd and 18 for Indiana. Rams have done a pretty good job against the run tonight. It's the pass that's killed them. Smith threw for 127 in the first half. And he said a good game plan by Indiana, really using Highlands' aggressiveness against them.
I think that's why they're dropping Luke in the coverage.
Smith is back again. Here they come after him. Markey chases him. Smith in trouble. Throws it, almost intercepted. He threw it right into the hands of Julius Saunders, and we have markers all over the place.
In the secondary? That was way off the ball, too. Right?
Could be like defensive holding, maybe.
So far off the ball, though, you would think that would be
They're discussing this with Bones, so
that's a good news. If you look a man downfield.
Both Jarasinskis are there right now. Mike Sr. just said something to make Bones laugh. Ineligible man downfield against Indiana. The Rams will decline this one. So it'll be 3rd and 18. And with all those screens that they've been running, you got a chance to slip that man downfield. And so it's 3rd down, 18 to go. Trips to the right this time. Trevor Smith is back. He's going to run a quarterback draw through the middle, inside the 30.
There's a clip. Nobody picked it up.
Flags are down, and Smith runs out of bounds at the 25-yard line, short of the first down. Now, that would make it 4th and 4. Again, you take this penalty.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Blocking it back.
It would be 4th and 4 if you decline it. I'm taking the yards.
I am, too.
So the penalty that time was on Levi Porter. Referee's much more inclined to give the numbers now.
You know what, Mike does a lot of college games, and in college games they do that.
I'll tell you what, I would say that in every game we've had this year where we can hear them, they've been given the numbers. And that's different. So the penalty puts the back to the 40 as that flag was downfield. 3rd down, 20. They have to get just inside the 21-yard line.
All right, they've been pressuring the quarterback the last few times. We'll see if they can do it again here.
Yeah, haven't gotten to him tonight.
But he's felt pressure.
Here in the second half, sure.
Blitz.
He's
all
back.
Blitz.
He looks. They're after him. He gets away. Smith, 40, and down he goes. Marquise Johnson gets him at the 35-yard line.
Mike, he stepped out of 3 tackles that time. Got to give him credit. He was elusive.
He's nifty. He gets 6. 4th down, 14. I think you just go for this.
Yeah, I believe so. I would. But their punter has done a good job tonight, too.
He has. They have to get to about the 20. 6:52, clock winding, 3rd quarter. Highlands 14, Indiana 14. Another one. They're 3 for 3 on 4th downs. It can't continue, can it?
Break the streak here, Mike.
Smith is back. Has time. Now he does it. They grabbed his face mask twice. I can't believe they didn't call it. The Rams got him at the 45-yard line.
Team meeting on his chest there. Mistrick is down. He's hurt, Mike, but he made the tackle along with Bombalski and Saunders. But
Mistrick is hurt.
He was on the bottom of that play.
He was, but they got They got a piece of Smith's mask like twice on that, and we were very fortunate that.
Hopefully it's just a win, Mike.
Hopefully it's a wind knocked out of him, or maybe a cramp, and there have been a lot of that. Hey, let's take a quick break here with a 14-14 tie. We'll be right back. Dean, the injury?
Yeah, unfortunately, Anthony Mistrick is being helped off the field, and they're looking at an ankle there, Mike. And good news, the Golden Rams take over on offense, but he's going to be a big loss.
We're falling. A lot of guys. First down. And they got Lucas. And again, Minaj has got to learn to not run backwards.
Yes.
And that's Kowchuk in there to bring him down. Not a sack. That was a running play, of course, but it's a big loss nonetheless. Back to the 39-yard line. Big play by the Indiana defense. Dean, this game reminds me a lot of the Latrobe game, does it you?
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
A playoff game. It's going to come down to somebody's going to make a play. Well, we had one by Cherry on the long touchdown.
And again, Minaj has to make that decision at the mesh point what to do.
He's back this time, looking. He's going to throw it deep, and he's got Wright down there, and Wright pulls it in! Right out of bounds inside the 20!
Jamar Wright. That was right on the money, Mike.
Very much.
Look what they're packing up to that.
Oh, and Bones can't believe it. He wants him to hurry. The ball's at the 24-yard line.
How many get him on that one?
35 yards. Well, he was inside the 20, wasn't he?
I thought so, Mike. Yeah, bad spot.
And now the Rams have they wanted to go fast and catch Indiana. Now did Indiana call time?
Yeah, they call procedure.
Oh, man. So you can't mess yourself up on that. You see so many college teams do it now. They want to go fast after they've made a big play like that to try to catch the other team, and that time it got the Rams.
Minaj 4 of 8 now for 70 yards.
First and 15. The ball's on the 29-yard line. A 35-yarder. I have to make sure I have that correct on the numbers. I think so. 11 and 2. Yep. 24. Lucas will keep it. Lucas to the near side of the field.
Got
now
a great block down
20.
field.
15.
Brown.
Lucas for a Highlands touchdown.
Great block downfield by Boyd Brown, Mike.
Wow, the big plays have come out of hiding here in the second half.
29?
29 yards. He's over 80, 90 yards rushing. And Minaj Lucas, a 29-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have the lead back, 20-14.
I got him at 92, Mike, on 13 carries. Late getting on the field.
So some different names have come to the fore here in this one. A Cherry 59-yard run and a Lucas 29-yard run. And all of a sudden it's 20-14 with Babinsack on for the extra point. His brother puts it down and he boots it up, and it is good. 5:28 left third quarter. Highlands 21, Indiana 14. Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph proudly welcome you to Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. Serving the AK Valley for decades, the Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. As life changes, your needs change. That's what makes life insurance protection that offers flexibility a must. Let's talk about how you can have the coverage you need when you need it the most. Joe and Joe always know. They're located at 2318 Freeport Road, next to Donut Connection, or call 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Let the Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group put you on the road to financial stability today.
14-0 here in the third quarter for the Golden Rams. They have lead 21-14 now, Mike. This is a score from 10 years ago when Elijah Jackson ran all 3 touchdowns and Highlands beat Indiana 21-14. Elijah now on the staff.
And as I say every time I see him, he definitely looks like he can still play.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see who snuck in for Mistrick at left tackle on that series, but whoever it was, it worked.
Squib kick again.
There's a bouncer. And this is Graham McFarland off the left side. And he gets it up to the 39-yard line.
Jamar Prager made the stop there.
Good field position for Indiana at the 39. 5:21 left third quarter. But the Rams have leapfrogged back on top 21-14 with a big third period.
Mentioned last week in conference, Mars beat Indiana 42-6. Hampton beat Kiski, Mike, for their first one of the year, 35-26, despite Carson Heinley throwing 3 touchdowns to Andrew Finney, putting points on the board where they did not stop Hampton Talbots.
One of Hampton, Indiana, Highlands, or Kiski is going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe more, but one for sure.
One for sure.
Porter near side of the field. Porter with a head of steam at the 45. Well, he's a
Turns on
good young back for a sophomore. He's all the way out to the 49-yard line.
Tavares and Cherry knocked him out, but not until he makes the first down.
11 yards. It's Indiana first down. They're first of the second half, and they needed that one.
Armstrong was non-conference against Freeport, Mike. Close game in the first half, but Armstrong pours it on, wins 52-16. Colt Sprankle threw for 280 yards and 4 touchdowns in that game.
First and 10 at the 49. And to give us to Costantino off the left side, and Bobalski knifes in there and brings him down for a loss. There was the burst.
Yep, and Saunders and Ganglaw.
Second and 12 for the Indians.
In that game, though, Mike, Armstrong lost their leading receiver, Isaiah Brown. ACL, he's done for the year.
Oh, he's a senior too, isn't he?
Basketball player too, yep. Good kid. He's been around for a long time.
He has.
He started every sport as a freshman.
Second down and 12. Costantino motions out, and Smith's going to keep it.
Look good waiting for him.
Again is waiting. Like he was shot out of a cannon.
Great job by Kangloff assisting on a tackle, but that was Luke Bombalski. Wow.
Third and 12. Four minutes, 10 seconds left third quarter. Highlands leads it by a touchdown now. Indiana led at 14-7 at halftime. Costantino, the sidecar. Trevor Smith, the senior quarterback, is back. He looks, being chased.
Here comes Bombalski.
Now he's going to be hit, and he fires it, and it is dropped into and out of the hands of his intended receiver, James Millett. Hit him right on the number 3.
Running before he had the ball, Mike. 4th and 11, they're going to punt it.
What a play by Smith, by the way.
Yep, he got on Bombalski's tackle. That is a caution in itself, Mike.
It is. It's 4th down. I mean, that was just a terrific play by Smith to get away, and he delivered it right on Mills' number 3, and he couldn't hold on to it. Now you got to watch for the fake. This is prime fake territory, and the Rams have already been bitten by one of those this year here at home, so you don't want to see that again.
They have nobody back, Mike.
Well, good. it didn't work out when we had somebody back there. I'm fine with this. Here they come, and he boots it away. And it's going to hit, and it's going to roll dead inside the 10.
Ooh, boy.
They better hurry up and make sure they got it at the 3-yard line. So the Rams will have the long field. They'll start at the 3. Great punt by Kalchuk. 50-yard punt, no return. Highlands will start at their 3-yard line with 3:33 left of the third.
Long field here, Mike.
Tree.
Mike, the new enrollment formula is that the old enrollment formula where a student counted as a student is now the new formula. The old is now the new.
You mean one student equals one student and not a tenth of a student if you stay at home?
If you were in Votech or if you were a homeschooled student, you were a 1/10 of a student.
Yeah.
That's why we had more students than Woodland Hills. That will not be the case in the next enrollment.
Amazing. First down, Highlands are going to put it at the 4. Lucas, near side of the field. Gets knocked out of bounds and
a little late there.
Treated rudely. Let's see where they put him. He got it up to about the 9, maybe the 10-yard line. Right at the 10. Good game by Minaj. He got 6.
Didn't look like 6, Mike, but he gets those big wheels turning. He has 98 yards now on 14 carries.
Dean Letziu's in at left tackle for Mystic. I was 66, and that is
Jackson.
Zachary Jackson. Cherry with a crack out over the 15, first down. And they tackle him up by the head, but Darius Cherry has a first down at the 18-yard line. 14 Highlands first downs in this game, and most of it on the ground, although Minaj has had a good game throwing it.
Yep. How many have we given there, Mike?
We are going to say to the 18-yard line, so it's 8 yards.
He now has 72 yards on four carries.
On 4 pops.
Yeah. Pretty efficient. There he
Jerry
goes
again. Tries to go off the left side, but
doing that time.
They hem him in that time. Big 68 sat down on him.
Literally.
Literally. That's Ben Cochran. No gain.
Clock turns at 3 minutes now here in the third quarter.
Lucas going to keep it. And he gets up
there.
maybe to the 19-yard line as the Indians are waiting for him. 55, Colton Augustine, the junior defensive lineman.
Give him 2 on that play. I'm going to give him 100 yards on the button right now on 15 carries.
Big 3rd and 8 for Highlands. 2:25 left, third quarter.
Got a shot at the goal line, Mike, but they're going to do a little bit more than that here.
This one going right down to the wire, you got to figure. Lucas is back. They come after him. He guns it, and it's short. Montrell Johnson was the intended receiver. I don't think he was at the first down line. Montrell had to get rid of it in a hurry. It's 4th down.
Like I saw something interesting on Indiana's defense that time. The down lineman throws his arm up where he's going to go, and then the linebacker comes into the hole on the other side. And that time, they gave pressure to Lucas. They're going to force us to punt. Bombalski had to punt.
He is. Levi Porter is the deep man standing at the 50-yard line. They're overloading this near side. Let's see if they're coming after this one.
Highlands making some adjustments to that.
High snap. Oh, Luke
Luke
got to go up there to get it, and he gets it out of there.
What a job by Luke Bombalski.
It's going to hit and take a Highlands bounce,
Even
go inside
better.
the
Look at
50, inside the 45, and the Rams tap it down at the 40-yard line.
Our long snapper, Boyd Brown, was down there, but boy, did he make Luke climb the ladder for that one, Mike.
That was a 40-yard punt, but that only tells about half the story.
Exactly.
1:58 to go in the third quarter, and the Rams lead it 21-14. And Indiana has made but 1 first down here in the second half, as the Rams have tightened down again, as they've done most of this season, trying to move their record to 3-1. All the things that have gone wrong, if they win tonight, they're 3-1 or 4-1.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah. Yep. First down at the Indiana 39. And Porter off the left side, and Porter is ridden down at the 42-yard line.
Nice job by Bombalski and Saunders. Bombalski just jumped on board, Mike, and took him down.
Took the ride.
7 tackles now, 1 sack for Luke.
2nd and 7 at the 42. 40 yards for Porter on 9 carries. We'll be seeing a lot of him over the next couple years. Second and 7. Smith's going to run a toss to Porter this time. Near side of the field, Bombalski chases, can't get him. Porter's got a first down in Highlands territory at the 40-yard line.
Once he escaped Bombalski, Saunders and Marquise Johnson had to make the stop, but he got to give a kid credit when he gets out of a tackle by Luke Bombalski.
17-yard gain. First down, Indiana at the Highlands 41-yard line.
1 minute to go here in the third.
Stay tuned on Flooded Trivia. We're even going to see if we can answer last week's question, because I've been putting you off. I've been working on it all week, so hopefully we have it. Finally got it. I still don't know the answer, but that's. I tried to hold you off as long as I could. Smith keeps it.
Nice tackle there.
Runs it right into the middle.
Not going anyplace that time.
Bombalski on top of him as he gets to the 39-yard line for a gain of 2.
Also down there, Marquise.
2nd and 8, Indiana, 29 seconds to go. They do have to run one, which could be the last play of the quarter. Big third quarter for the Rams.
14-0.
And Smith is back and he throws, and it's caught by Mill on the far side of the field. Mill's got a first down inside the 30 to the Highlands 29-yard line. Montrell Johnson made the stop.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter. Big third quarter for the Golden Rams, but they're going to have to hold on as we go to the fourth.
That is the end of the third quarter here at Highlands with your score. Highlands 21, Indiana 14. Time for Unflooded Trivia. Has your home or business ever been damaged by water or mold? You know how stressful that can be. Our friends at Unflooded specialize only in water, sewage, and mold removal, and they're here to help. From a broken pipe to sewer backup or flooding, they have the expertise to get your home dry and ready for repairs. When it comes to mold in your home, they'll assess the situation, put together a game plan for removing the mold, and keep it from coming back. Visit unflooded.com or call Brian Mara anytime, 888-650-7767. Unflooded, your family-owned and operated team for emergency water removal in the AK Valley.
All right, Mike, let's take care of last week's trivia first.
I thought it was Brownsville, and that's why I was putting you off.
Well, Brownsville is in the WPL, so the question was, after Derry snapped the 21-game losing streak, who has the longest losing streak now? The answer is Ringgold, now 19 in a row. They lost to West Mifflin 48-8 to keep that streak going into this week.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen, huh?
Yes, and convenient for us. Now, this week's trivia, Mike, you alluded to it earlier. Central Catholic has 4 players in the NFL. Only 27 high schools in the country can say that. Can you believe that?
That's pretty amazing.
But here's the trivia question. They are second in the WPL in the most players in NFL history to come out. Mike's pulling out a piece of paper here. So
I got you this week. I knew what it was going to be.
Okay, well, I get it's a two-parter.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. Okay,
First part, who's the leader? Oh, fumble!
Who's on it? Ball? Who do we got? The Rams have it.
There's a scramble down there.
There was. Smith pulled out of there. I think the Indians have recovered. No Rams are jumping. But they got to unpile it first.
And it looks like your buddy Porter has it.
Levi's on that. He is. So no gain on the play.
Marquise Johnson made that stop.
2nd and 10. Okay, who has the most in the WPIL history?
Yes.
McKeesport with 16.
That's very good. And then tied is Central with Woodland Hills. But my question is, part 2, who are the 4 current NFL players from Central Catholic?
Cal Adamitis, DeMar Hamlin, Rodney Thomas, and Kurt Kinnish.
You read the same article. You took notes, too.
I did.
Get him. Got to get
Porter
him.
off the right. See, I got
Burford.
And Porter's got a first down out of bounds inside the 20.
Let's see where they mark it.
It looked like he stepped out at the 19, but they're going to say the 16. So Porter would not be denied. 13-yard pickup, Indiana first down. I was embarrassed last week because I kept putting you off and we never answered it.
Very good, Mike. And again,
and I can give you these. Adamitis is a long snapper for the Bengals. He's a Pitt guy.
Right. Hennish is the defensive lineman
Houston.
for the Texans.
Rodney Thomas plays for Indianapolis, and DeMar Hamlin, of course, for Buffalo.
You got him. Very good, Mike. Can't keep a good man down.
And you know who has the most NFL players in the league right now? Out of any high school. IMG, but that barely counts. If you've ever been
back
there,
to pass.
Smith is back.
All day, Mike. Too long. Too long.
They chase him. Gangloff puts some pressure on him. And a sliding catch by James Mill at the 5-yard line. What a play by Smith.
And Mills. But Smith kept it alive, Mike. Gangloff right in his face. And now it's going to set up a 1st and goal.
Boy, has Trevor Smith been tremendous here.
And remember, we didn't see him last year.
148 yards through the air, and that was Mill. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. But if you just take a high school, it would be American Heritage High School in Plantation, Florida, which is in Broward County. An actual, Borders High School. Porter, left side, tries to get out there, dives to the goal line and scores an Indiana touchdown with 10 minutes remaining in regulation, and the Indians are an extra point away from the tie. What a drive by Indiana.
That was impressive, Mike.
And these teams just continue to punch and counterpunch.
Well, the all-important extra point here, Highlands still leads 21-20.
So Tristan Redinger is on for the extra point at the 10-minute mark. A chance to tie the ball game. Mill the holder. Ball is down. Redinger's kick is on its way, and it is good. And with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, the Indians have tied it up. It is Indiana 21 and Highlands 21.
They answer, Mike, to start the fourth quarter now. The question is, can the Golden Rams come back and answer?
So Porter goes in from 5 yards out. His second touchdown of the game. Minaj Lucas has 2 touchdowns for Highlands. And Redinger's added all 3 extra points. It's something we haven't seen this year. The extra points have been perfect tonight. Everybody's nailed those. That drive for Indiana, 8 plays, 61 yards, 3 minutes and 58 seconds. And Indiana has tied the game at 21, and now it's ball back in the Rams court here. Very similar to that Latrobe game.
Yep. 28-21 last year. By the way, my former coaches were featured in the Valley News Dispatch Through the Years column today. Can you believe this, Mike? 25 years ago, former Highlands coach Dom Girardi threw for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Valley beat Hampton 53-12. And that same night, Mike, Knox basketball coach Alan Ballman ran 101 yards with an interception to lead Freeport over Ford City. Now, does he get 101 yards for that?
You just get 100 in high school.
Pooch. Get out of bounds. There you go.
It does. So the Rams get a break.
We did, Mike. This kid's been kicking them in the end zone all night. Why would
and
they
then
do that?
You get tricky. You get tricky. So now the Rams will get it at the 35-yard line. And then we'll say thank you very much for the field position, and off we go here. 10 minutes even remaining.
Actually, Mike, they're going to put it to 41 where it went out of bounds.
Oh, you can do that. Absolutely. You can. You have the choice to take a 5-yard penalty and let him kick again. You could take the ball at the 35-yard line or 25 yards from where it's kicked.
It's getting better, Mike. It's out to the 46 now.
Or.
Oh, they had a 5-yard penalty for something.
Well, that's interesting. So the Rams will take it at the 45-yard line. It's a tack on.
Yeah.
Even better.
Even better.
Lucas and Cherry, the backfield. And straight ahead give to Darius Cherry, but he stood up in the hole. Hit by Evan Brocious, the senior corner, up and run support. No gain on the play. Nope, they'll say 1 yard.
He now has 73 yards on 6 carries.
2nd and 9, Highlands.
Carson Beatty really filled that hole that time, Mike.
Lucas was over to the sideline to get the play call, but plenty of time on the play clock. They're getting them in much faster this week. Lucas is back on the play fake. They got him. Gets away from one, and now he's down. They got him with a sack back at the 38-yard line. Brought down by Jonathan Wyant.
And Mike, that rush that time was very, very efficient. 3 guys had a shot at him.
Back at the 38.
It's going to take him up back under 100. How many yards lost, Mike? 9?
8. 3rd and 17. Indiana defense feeling it now. Lucas is back there after him again. He gets away, but they got him. He's out of there. But he throws it backwards to Cherry. Here comes Cherry at the 35. Oh, makes a move. Outside of the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40. Cherry down the sideline. He's at the 25 and down to the 15-yard line.
Did you see the effort to stay in bounds, Mike? He threw his body, had another 5 yards.
What an individual effort by Lucas and Cherry, the both of them.
Unbelievable. Now, they better mark that ball to 16. He threw his body ahead to there. That's terrible, Mike. That's terrible. He threw his body ahead to the 15-yard line.
Well, officially, it'll be 43 yards.
Terrible.
Putting Darius Cherry over 100 for the first time in his career.
Got him at 116 now.
Quickly, they snap it from the 19. Give it to Julius Saunders this time. Saunders spins and turns to the 13-yard line.
I mean, Mike, you look at this on a replay. He propelled his body another 5 yards through the air at effort. Didn't get anything for it.
A 5-yard pickup for Julius, his first carry of the game.
That was terrible, terrible.
Rams in scoring position here as the clock winds to 8 minutes, fourth quarter. In a dandy at Golden Ram Stadium. If you missed this one, shame on you for 6 weeks. Lucas spins and turns inside the 10. And Minaj Lucas to the 8-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Highlands.
Back to 98 yards now for Minaj.
1st down and goal to go for the Golden Rams. 7.5 to go.
Take the lead.
And Lucas gonna keep it.
One
Man
man
to
to
the right, to the corner. He dives. He's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. No, they're gonna say he stepped out at the 3.
I can't. How?
Look at Boyd Brown asking. How do you see that?
How? Give him 5?
Yep. 2nd and goal.
Would it be a bad idea to bring Luke in here?
Pistol formation. Saunders the tailback. And we have whistles.
Got it.
Do the Rams get a timeout or do we have a flag here?
Let's hope a timeout.
Nope. False start on the Rams. That hurts.
And that was me punching the table.
2nd and goal at the 8 now.
I think we take a timeout here. Get things together.
Get what you want. Now Cherry is back in there. He a little tired after that long run. 43 yards. It was a lot more than 43 yards he ran on that.
Yeah. Like I said, got gypped out of 5 yards too.
2nd and goal, and now
we're going to get the timeout.
Bones let it run down, and then he does call time. 7-11. Seems like a lucky number. Time remaining 4th quarter. Highlands 21, Indiana 21.
Well, Mike, again, Luke's been doing such a great job, and boy, Cherry's been good too. So we right now have 2 rushers over 100 yards. Luke has 67 on 11 carries.
And Luke has not been in on offense here in the 2nd half. He went down late in the 1st half and seemed a little ginger coming out for homecoming, but has been out there playing defense here in the 2nd half, and it's given Darius Cherry a chance, and he has taken advantage of his opportunity.
Minaj has 103 yards on 18 carries. Cherry has 116 on 7. And they're discussing what to do here. And you get these Friday night atmospheres, Mike, and good news for players in Pennsylvania, Mike. We got 24,975 boys participating in football. Now, that's 45 fewer than last year, but it's the first time since 2008 that the numbers have gone down that small. So participation is up.
And that's good.
And this is the reason why.
Bad news for the people out there that are trying to kill the sport. And believe me, they're out there.
Trips to the left.
They give. Now they keep by Lucas. Lucas in trouble. And Lucas is hit. Barrels ahead inside the 10-yard line.
Now that time they let him run. Going to get it back to...
They're going to say the 10. It's a loss of 2, and it's 3rd and goal. And now you got to be thinking about maybe field goal here, but you don't like the angle you're at.
David Budabaugh, Franklin Regional, 2008.
It didn't matter to him. What do you mean angle? I forgot about that one. It's one of the all-time greats. He nailed that one at the end, too. That was down that way, though. Now, the good news is the flags are kind of down, though. The wind is not whipping like it was. Here we go, 3rd down. Lucas tries to run to the left. He's going to cut it. You see, they did get it to the middle. Lucas to the 5, inside the 5, and he's down to the 1-yard line. Now what?
I take another time out, bring Luke in and let him bomb it in.
It's 4th down, and let's see where they put it. At the 2. I don't think you're kicking now. 4th and goal. Bumbalski is in. Dane.
All right, Mike. Let's see what we got here. They're going to key on him, Mike.
He's going to be the biggest decoy you've ever seen. I got to figure we're going to see some read option. I think I got Minaj keeping it on the read option here.
I would like to see both of them in there, Cherry and
4th and goal at the 2-yard line, and
who's taking timeout now?
is this Indiana? No, Highlands does. Highlands waits to see what the call is. Now Rams have used 2. They only have 1 timeout remaining. 5:38 to go 4th quarter in a 21-21 tie. Now
Brad Wright, the eggs in the basket right now.
Brad Wright's going to wait till they come out, and now he'll call one. It is like basketball.
Mike, they got the ball at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, they do. Seems like it keeps moving backwards.
Some of the marks here tonight have been interesting to say.
They have.
But again, how we got here was that great run by Darius Cherry.
You see the flag. The wind is behind the Rams here in the 4th quarter, I'm sorry. Which is, again, very unusual. Usually blows the other direction.
Well, biggest play of the year coming up, Mike.
I'd say you're right.
For both teams.
The 2 things you have here, if the ball was, say, at the 10, I think it'd be a no-brainer that you try a field goal. But here at the 3-yard line, you leave them all the way down there, and then your defense has a chance to make a play even if you don't make it. So Bumbalski's coming back out there, along with Minaj Lucas. 4th down, goal. The ball's at the 3. Tied up, 5:38 remaining.
Lots of talking down there.
Burford in motion. Burford's going to get it on the pop pass. Burford's into the end zone. Touchdown Highlands.
And that's a pass, right?
Yes, sir.
Great call by Coach Bonoslawski. Great run by Aaron Burford, and more importantly, Highlands with the lead. What a game.
So the Rams lead at 27-21, and now the all-important extra point. Jackson Babinsack out of the hold of Keegan Babinsack.
All right, Mike, this is important. Now we're sending a 3rd guy out into the field.
We need another player.
That's Cole Schaefer.
They're going to have to call time again.
Yep.
They have to call time again. I think they had too many now.
Yeah, at 12.
So now the Rams have to use their final timeout, which hopefully doesn't matter, but you never know. It's a very important extra point, obviously.
We go to the top of the game, Mike. Pre-game show, I mentioned how important special teams are. A lot of coaches say the same thing. It's 1/3 of the game.
Great job by Minaj Lucas there. His first touchdown pass career also. He's run into and through one. Cherry, the big 59-yarder. The Rams trying to pull this one off in front of the home crowd on homecoming here tonight.
Joining us late, you can roll back and see your homecoming king and queen, Jordan Tavares, Jocelyn Bielak.
So here we go.
Hopefully we got everything together here.
The snap, the kick is good.
All that, thankfully.
33 remaining, 4th quarter. Highlands 28 and Indiana 21.
Keegan Babinsack on the hold. And Jackson Babinsack 4 for 4 tonight, Mike. The Babinsack boys.
Yes, sir. So the Rams now will, first thing here is that this kickoff, and we've had some problems with these. And hopefully you can do that. And Indiana's going to come, you know that. They have been resilient, if nothing else, here in this game.
And the Gold Rams have to hold now.
And we were right. Bumbalski was a high-priced decoy on that play.
He was. Everybody drifted with him. You go back and take a look at it, Mike. He went left, the pitch went right. Aiden walked in.
9 plays, 55 yards, but that was all made on that crazy run by Cherry when Lucas was able to keep himself alive, going down to be sacked, flip it backwards to Cherry, and he ran it 43 yards down to the 19. He ran it further than that, but that's what he got credit for. Here's Babinsack's kick. It's a bouncer, a squibbler as it were. Taken by Porter at the 30. Porter's hemmed in, and Porter is dropped at the 30-yard line.
Beckham Ochoa, the freshman down there.
I saw Caden Roush, too.
Caden Roush.
I saw Beckham Ochoa play basketball in 8th grade last year. Is that do I have the right person?
You got the right one, and he, freshman.
Great name.
Just dressed tonight, first time.
Has to be named after David Beckham. Has to be.
That one I cannot confirm, but it's his first time dressing on varsity.
Well, and he made a play.
He gets a scalp.
First down, Indiana. And against the Indians, too.
Yes.
That's probably completely...
hence the term.
Yes. And they give us to Porter off the near side. They hem him in, cuts it back across the 35, out to the 37-yard line. Bumbolski and Montrell Johnson, and also Samaj Miller. Good 7-yard gain on first down. Now, is this going to be, speaking of the Indians, is this going to be Custer's last stand? 5 minutes to go.
The Bend but Don't Break Brigade.
Indiana does have 3 timeouts remaining. Remember, the Rams used all 3 of theirs on that touchdown drive.
Put all the eggs in one basket.
Second down. Smith is back. Smith throws to the far side of the field, and Mill has it. And he's going to get the first down at the 40. Boy, that's kind of far, at the 42-yard line. He made the first down, but I think he got about 2 more than he should have.
Terrible marks tonight.
So that is 5 yards. First down, Indiana.
Again, 4:33 to go, Mike. This is it. The Golden Rams can hold here. They get out. First conference win. Be a big one.
Smith back again, going to throw it to the near side. This is Kalchuk complete.
He's got an angle.
Kalchuk out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Burford brought him down.
He had the angle on Aiden. Aiden cut that angle down and brought him down. After a decent game, it could have been a bigger one.
6-yard pickup. Second and 4 at the Indiana 48. Clock winds to 3:54 fourth quarter. Highlands leads it by a touchdown. Mill in motion, looking like he ran upfield early. They're going to throw it behind it to Porter. Porter's hemmed in by Tavares over there, but he's going to get the first down. Skips out of bounds at the Highlands 45-yard line.
They gave you the middle screen fake and threw it into the flat that time, Mike. And again, Burford drives him up, but not until he gets that first down. Stops the clock at 3:37 to go here. And again, like you said, Indiana has all 3 timeouts.
First and 10 at the Highlands 45. Smith is back. Here they come. Gets away.
Not this time.
Now he doesn't, as Markey finished it. Markey gets him down at the 50-yard line. Bumbolski had the first crack, couldn't get him down, but Angelo got him.
Sack for Markey. And again, that's a big one, Mike. We got a hold here.
Second and 15, back at the 50. Clock winds to 3:08. There's molasses in that clock. Trips left this time. Trevor Smith is back.
There's
another screen. Dumps it off to
Porter.
Porter.
He had him, Mike.
And Porter's inside the 45 and down to the Highlands 42.
Pavlik made the initial tackle, but Marquise
3rd and
Johnson
7.
mops up.
175 yards for Smith now.
They're letting the clock run, Mike. They're in that situation where this play determines how to use their timeouts.
2:25 left. Yeah, I think if they don't make it here, I think they definitely, I think they'll definitely call time and see what they have.
There's a lot of movement there.
Smith is back. Smith throws it. It's caught by Kalchuk. Tries to cut it to the
tackle.
There it is. We got loose football.
Who's got it?
Loose football.
Who's got it?
The Rams have it. The Rams have it. Marquise Johnson.
Who made the hit? That's the question. Marquise Johnson comes out of there with the ball. And a big fumble recovery by Marquise, Mike. What a great play by Johnson to recover that fumble. Saw the ball coming out. That is his 9th tackle and a fumble recovery. Marquise Johnson, definitely the star of the game on defense tonight.
The big fella, Kalchuk, lost the handle, and now the Rams have it at their own 42-yard line. And now Kalchuk might be hurt here as he's taking a seat at the 48-yard line.
Yep.
2:05 remaining. He's going to
big fumble recovery.
So now, with 2:05 left, the Rams need a first down. Give it to Bumbolski.
He had a little trouble with the exchange there, Mike, but he kept it.
Luke gets a yard up to the 43. 2nd and 9. Indiana spends their first time out. 1:57 left.
Remember, Mike, big game next week at Mars in conference, and you have discovered Darius Cherry, Minaj Lucas. You still got Luke Bumbolski, and dare I say maybe Aaron Randolph next week?
I mean, it was somebody. I don't know.
The good news is you're developing depth, and you get a win. That's a doubleheader.
At Mars against the Planets next week.
And they have been just blowing teams up.
They have been.
Yep.
They are strong. They beat this Indiana team last week 42-6. Gabe Hines, 7 catches for 121 and 2 touchdowns. Evan Wright, 15 carries, 177. They're doing it all different kinds of ways for Eric Kasparovich.
And they have a leading receiver in the WPL. Like
That's Gabe Hines,
whoever thought Mars would be doing that, huh?
Scott Heinauer doesn't recognize him. 2nd and 9. Lucas and Bumbolski.
First down will do it, huh, Mike?
Again, a first down ought to just about put it away. Indiana only has 2 timeouts left. Bumbolski carries it and gets it up to the 45-yard line. 2nd Indiana timeout. Now I promise you, if they make a first down, the game's over.
Yes.
3rd down. We'll call it 7. And if the Rams are unable to make this one and Indiana calls timeout, you figured there'd be about 1:45 to go. And then the punt and however long that would take, Indiana would have approximately 1 minute and 40 seconds left with no timeouts if they're able to stop Highlands on this play. Now, would they go after the punter? That's possible. The Rams have had some interesting snaps.
Let's make it easy and get the first down.
Let's make the first down.
I'm all for that.
Or if you get close enough on this one, then does Matt make a decision?
That would be a hard decision.
It would be. Remember the Hampton game last year? Situation very similar to this. Remember what they did? They threw a flea flicker. This is where you could have a situation where everybody thinks they're just going to run the ball. This could be one where you pull a play out because the first down is going to cinch the game. 4th down. Trips left. Bumbolski the sidecar. Burford in motion. And Miller's going to keep it. Miller off the left side.
Here he goes, baby.
He planted that foot. First down at the Indiana 42, and that's going to wrap it up.
It's been the Minaj Lucas show, and we got a
timeout Indiana, their last one. 1:41 to go.
How many on that one, Mike?
13.
13. I have him with 117 yards on 20 carries. And I have Darius Cherry with 116 yards on 7 carries. And Luke Bumbolski 70 yards on 13 carries. Been an impressive night on the ground for the Golden Rams, Mike, and that was probably the most impressive. I loved how he planted that foot and went straight forward. No dancing.
What a game Minaj Lucas has had tonight.
He has.
It was a rough go. It was a rough night at the office last Friday for everyone. But tonight they have really come out here in front of this home crowd, which I think has helped. And
next man up.
Now my favorite play, victory formation. Lucas takes a knee. He's going to have to do it twice more.
Well, Mike, again, like I said,
and it wasn't without a fight either.
Yep.
What a tremendous football game this was.
And I told you, Minaj had the talent. It was just a matter of getting things put together, and they did it this week. And, you know, Mike, when Aaron comes back, you can do a lot of different things with Minaj in the mix.
That's for sure. Second knee now. Thanks to Ken Wood upstairs for all his work tonight. We get Dan back next week. We may be in full group. We may lose Ken. He's going to Virginia.
That's right.
He's going to see Zach. Second win. And we get to meet a new Ram tonight. Cooper Major.
In the house.
In the house. 1 month old, son of Derek and Carly.
Breaking them in early, Mike.
Yes, sir.
And they saw a good one here tonight.
And they're going to say that's it. And that's going to wrap it up. The Highlands Golden Rams in a big one here tonight. Move their record to 4-1. 1-1 in conference play. And the Rams beat Indiana 28-21 in a thriller at Golden Ram Stadium. Dean, final thoughts.
Big nights tonight for Minaj, Lucas, and Darius Cherry. When we needed them the most, they came through with terrific runs. And again, this just makes us deeper, Mike. Usually you go into the further into the year, you get thinner with injuries. We're coming out of this deeper. We're going to go to Mars and get a real test this Friday night.
Well, it sure will be. So thanks again to everyone that helped us out here tonight. Thanks to Ken Wood upstairs. Once again, that final score here at homecoming. The Highlands Golden Rams 28 and the Indiana Indians 21. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik saying so long, everybody.